Appeals Council, is this the best time to hire a representative? I'm going to say this, and I know, for those of you who follow my videos for a while, you know how I get down. I'm going to tell you blunt. This is my opinion. You can always go and speak to somebody else. I'll just tell you what's real. If you think you can do an appeal to the Appeals Council and handle the appeal on your own, you don't have to hire a representative. The key is, do you know what you're doing enough to do it properly in order to protect yourself? Meaning, because remember we talked about this in prior video, you're looking for legal error. Can you legally determine exactly what the court did wrong in applying the law and determining that you are not disabled? If you can do that, then you probably don't need a representative. But if you can't do that, you might want to ask yourself if hiring a representative is probably a more prudent course of action. Why? Because a representative could do a couple of things. One, make those legal arguments. Two, analyze the evidence to determine if there is a good bearing for a legal argument. And three, help you get those medical records to the Appeals Council. Because remember we talked about this in an earlier video about the all evidence rule, that your ongoing responsibility of providing medical evidence also is at the Appeals Council as well. You want to make sure you get that evidence in there, because if in the event you have to appeal this thing to the federal court, you want to make sure you have all that information ready to rock, rattle, and roll. Okay? So the long story short is this. Should you have a representative? I always tell people is it really depends on your comfort level. If you're comfortable effectively making the arguments to the Social Security Administration about why you believe a legal error was made, go for it. Knock yourself out. However, if you don't, it may be in your best interest to hire a representative, because you want somebody who's going to be able to go through the file and assess and make a legal argument on your behalf. You want to present the best case for it, because if at all possible, you don't want to have to appeal this thing in the federal court. It's better to see if you can get a remand from the Appeals Council as opposed to having to go through another 1.5 years of appeals if you take this in the federal court.